I needed a little more spice in my life, so I decided to travel alone to Bogota, Colombia. I started off my day with some Wendy's and 3 oatmeal bars because Wendy's was the only thing that I could find that I wanted to eat. Don't judge me. The trek on the plains was very difficult for me. The air sickness definitely didn't help, but eventually I made it. I then struck up a conversation with a taxi driver named Victor.
Tengo 23 años.
23 años.
Sí. ¿Y usted?
¿Cuántos cree que tengo?
No. 30 años.
No. Gracias, ya quisiera pasar por ahí.
¿Cuántos años tiene?
Tengo 36.
We ended up talking for a very long time. And when I got to the Airbnb, it was so pretty. It was small, it had a decent bathroom and plenty of natural lighting, which I appreciated.
Hello, I made it to Colombia. I traveled so far to get here. Finally made it. I just got back from the airport. That was a lot of flying. I'm really tired. I took a taxi here from the airport, and I didn't really want to take a taxi because I heard online that they can overcharge you or they'll take a longer route. As soon as I walked out of the airport, men swarmed me like, taxi, necesitas un taxi, necesitas un taxi, un taxi, taxi. Cálmate, cálmate. One at a time. I just stood outside of the aeropuerto and just really took my time and was like, am I ready to take a taxi? Because how is an Uber going to get to me? They drive crazy here. It's normal for just motorcycles to drive in between cars, people cutting each other off, not using their turn signals, a lot of honking. I thought where I was from was loud and hustle and bustle. No, this is different. It feels illegal, like I'm not supposed to be here. But you know, it's the first day. I'm still taking it all in. Let me show you my window view that I have. This is my view from the window. And I can like look down at the public like the queen I am. It's pretty nice. I'm very grateful because through all the madness, I had a really nice taxi driver. He was telling me about like his life, his kids. He was telling me different parts of Bogota. We had trouble finding the address, but he sat there with me in the car and he was looking. Maybe to get that extra money, I don't know. The ride was 34 minutes from the airport. He asked for 52,000 Colombian pesos. So what I did is I took out 60 Colombian pesos and I said, quédese el cambio por favor. And he was like, thank you. He helped me with my luggage. He was nice. Even though I spent half of the cash that I just got out on that one ride. Unpacking time. Good morning. I just woke up. It's like 11 a.m. and where I'm originally from, it's probably 9, 10, 11. It's 9 a.m. I wouldn't be up at this time, so I'm tired. Today I find that I really don't want to do anything. I want to just lay in bed all day and rock. But I'm in a different country right now, so I'm going to force myself to go out and do something. First plan of action was to go to the bank to withdraw more money because yesterday I spent more money than I thought I would. Second, I wanted to go out to eat for breakfast. Just find a random spot to eat breakfast and chill. And then third, I wanted to go grocery shopping because you saw my fridge yesterday. There's just water. I'm starving. I'm hungry. I'm gonna force myself to get up and be productive. Alright, so I just got done getting ready. I haven't eaten since like 5 p.m. yesterday evening, and right now it's 12 p.m. I'm going to order so much food, I can't tell you. I'm so tired. Eating will make me feel so much better, so let's go.
Bogota, Colombia, a concrete jungle within itself. For my first time out of the country, you may ask why I chose to visit this city out of all of the cities in the world. Did I travel here to get a BBL? No. Am I coming to pick up a special pack of that dust? Hell no. Did I come to take advantage of the lively world of prostitution? Actually, why did I decide to come here? The original reason for my visit was to see a Mexican friend I used to work with back in the US. He eventually had to relocate to Bogota due to a sudden death in his family, and I was excited to come say hi and be shown around the joint. But sadly, while I was planning the trip, our friendship ended. Now, I definitely could have chosen to simply not go, didn't know anyone, didn't know anything about the city, or I could have just chose another Latin country to visit in order to further my journey learning Spanish. But nah, I know Bogota has a lot of history and even more culture, so I decided to say F it and carry on with my expedition. This trip is a big step for me. I'm usually the type of person who doesn't like to do things alone and gets extremely self-conscious if I were to stand out or simply say something weird. And I knew that both things were going to happen, being miles away from home in a community that I know nothing about. Listen, I'm not a traveler. If it were up to me, I would be home in my bed watching Love and Hip Hop or something. But nah, there are other worlds out there that need to be discovered, and the internet can only tell me so much about what a place is like, what it looks, sounds, tastes, smells, feels like. I hope I got all the senses. This trip will force me out of my comfort zone, whether I like it or not, and I hope that it'll inspire me to travel more often and continue to learn Spanish. I'm not bad at it, but I'm definitely not fluent yet, which is the goal. I also want to learn more about the Latin culture, more about the people, how they think, how they talk, what they be cooking in their small kitchens. I began learning Spanish since 4th grade, and I stuck with it ever since. So here I am, trapped in a crazy city, looking for myself and seeing what Colombia has to offer in the meantime. As soon as I got home, I put everything away, walked past my expensive groceries, and went out on a walk to get some tacos. I walked past the hippie park and found this place called El Pastorcito. Ooh. And took home about 8 tacos. I got a mix of carnitas tacos, birria, El Pastor. They're pretty alright. They weren't anything to write home about, but they definitely satisfied my craving for Mexican food. Yes, I know I'm in Colombia.
I know you saw all that I did today. I am tired. So this was like my first full day here in Bogota, and it was okay. Like, I was really busy, people everywhere, cars everywhere. You gotta fight for your life to cross the street. I got a lot of good footage, the scenery, of the art, all over the buildings, of the people. I'm so tired. The thing I'm most happy about is going to the grocery store. I don't know, just seeing all that produce, it just does something to me. I got this big avocado. What? This nice man was like, aguacates frescas. Ooh, it's shaking. He was just selling it to me, and I was like, okay. Thank you. So I'm very happy. I'm gonna take a shower, finish my skincare, then do some editing, then just head to bed.
And that's exactly what I did. During this trip, I decided to make it my mission to prioritize self-care and just take extra time doing nice things for myself, no matter how tired I was, because I knew it was what I needed. It ended up being pretty fun, just being a girl and vibing.
That was so hard to get off.
I then put on my comfy robe, moisturized los labios, and got a lot of editing done.
Oh, hi. Good morning. Here in Bogota, it's really loud, and sometimes I have trouble sleeping, but judging from this bed, You would never guess that I have trouble sleeping. The sheet is all the way over here. So I'm gonna start my morning off productive and make my bed because I know future me will appreciate it. Okay, let's go. Before I start making my bed, I want my headphones in, but I can't find them. Do you have them? Where'd you put them? I won't be mad. Just tell me where you put them. I'm crashing out. Where are my headphones? Yes! I'm doing a check-in with myself right now, and I'm really nervous. This scaredness in my chest, like, oh God, oh no, don't hurt me. Some people walk up to me, they just try to sell me stuff. No, or just ignore them. I kind of try not to ignore them, because when I do ignore them, they keep going. But it's gonna be cool, it's gonna be fun. That's what we're looking at right now. Yeah. Where are the schools at? All right, I plan to wear these earrings today. So this is what we're rocking with today. Chill outfit. All right, let's go.
After I arrived, I couldn't find the restaurant, so I sat down and made a friend, a pigeon named Donovan. The first restaurant of the day was Abasto, a simple, chill yet vibrant restaurant. It wasn't that crowded, and I was able to quickly find a table in the corner next to a lot of windows, which was very nice.
Hola, sí. ¿Me das un estofado de cordero, por favor, y un campo para más tarde? Sí, gracias.
De tomar ¿estás bien?
No, está bien, gracias.
I noticed so far on my trip that a lot of people stare, but they pretend that they're not. I eventually got used to it, but it wasn't easy. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué tienes? You know, I would just ask, what's up? And they would happily respond, or some would just be like, oh, and then look away. I ordered a dish called El Estofado de Cordero en Cerveza Rubia, which is lamb stew and a blonde beer. By the look of the dish, it definitely reminded me of home. And the arrancacha, the stuff that looks like mashed potatoes, is a type of carrot that tasted very creamy and flavorful. The meat was a bit bland for me, maybe because I just seasoned my food way too much. I also ordered a berry crumble, which is one of my favorite desserts of all time. It was good, and I was very happy that I went. Going out alone, I often find myself filled with anxiety. I was scared of messing up, scared of being stared at and judged, but this is when I had to tap into who I was. I know I can do this, I'm strong, I know what I'm doing. Go in, buy my stuff, pay, and leave. And I ended up doing just that, over and over and over and over again. One thing I really appreciated when eating at restaurants or shopping at random stores was hearing music that I knew. They were playing artists like Marvin Gaye, The Drifters, Stevie Wonder. I heard a lot of old school rock that I grew up on. It made me realize that we're all people. I may sound crazy, but so be it. This way of thinking made me calm the hell down and actually enjoy myself. Plus, I was filming myself in public. I just know people around me were like looking and be like, what the hell? This gringo right here. So far, this day was eye-opening and very cool.
I just saw Baby Girl, that movie. That was crazy.
Some parts of the movie kind of lost me. Some things were just not believable. But hey, it's just a movie. It was really good acting, but some parts were just... I then caught a ride to dinner, and on the way there I heard a song I really liked called Tren al Sur, and I sang along. It was awkward, but I did. I chose a place called Sakura Ramen Bar to try ramen for the first time, and I ordered El Tradicional con pollo, which was good. The noodles were thick, a bit chewy, which was something I wasn't used to. The broth was flavorful and warm, and the chicken was cooked very nicely. I was nervous to try the egg in it because it looked really raw, but it was really fire. It was so good. It was actually one of my favorite parts of the ramen. I had to say at one point I heard someone say the word furniture, and when I tell you I whipped my head over so fast, it was a table of white women. I was just so happy to hear most of their conversation. What? It's lonely over here all by myself. And hear some English really made my night. I then went on home full as hell and did a 30-minute Tabata workout. I read that since Bogota is so high in altitude, if you work out here, you'll have increased lung capacity among other things, meaning working out back home will just be a little bit easier, and I really wanted that to happen. I then brushed my teeth and practiced for a reservation I had coming up and went to bed.
Sí, tengo una reserva. Sí, el nombre es Naila. Sí, una mesa para uno, por favor. Acá está bien, gracias. Ma. Bedtime. Good night. Good morning. Actually, it's 5 p.m. here. I just got out of bed, but it be like that sometimes. Wrong glasses. My plan for today is to stay home all day. I don't want to go out. I want to rest. And with staying home comes with making your own food. I've been spending a lot of money on eating out. That's fine. But you gotta reel it in at some point. I'm gonna season my eggs with pimienta, which is just black pepper, and garlic salt. I'm just keeping it simple. I only bought 2 seasonings from the store. This is what I'm making. I'm gonna add some avocado at the end. I like this little tabletop oven? What? I like this little tabletop stove that they got. They knew better than to put an oven in here for me because I'd be cooking. But right now, we just got this. So I'm making it work. I also plan to add some avocado on the side. I can't tell you how excited I am to cut open this avocado. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Okay, y'all ready? Here we go. Okay, y'all ready? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo! Look at that. Why is it like this? Oh my god. This is kind of scary. Wow. I'm gonna just inspect this seed for a second. Ew. It's as big as my hand, man. Bigger, in fact. Look at that. Don't look at those dishes. Look at the food. Yeah. Pepper. Now, I refuse to eat this meal without one thing. Can you guess what it is? Is it sugar? No. Is it some corn? No, but for real, I can't eat this without ketchup. Yes.
Now, please enjoy the sweet yet intensive sounds of this cooking session.
Since I only have such little supplies to work with and 2 eyes, this is gonna take me a while. I'm gonna have to cook everything one at a time. I honestly don't mind. I literally have nothing better to do. I'm just gonna be cooking all night. I, ladies and gentlemen, am a chef. Look at that golden brown. That's like crisp.
This time to cook was very therapeutic for me. I felt very independent and proud of cooking a vibrant yet healthy meal for myself after a long day of doing nothing.
I hate this. Okay, so I don't have a top as big as this pan in here. So what about just Let's go swimming. So I brought 2 swimming suits to choose from. I have this one right here, blue. And then I have this colorful one. A bit more, you know, a bit more risque. I gotta try them on to see what kind of mood I'm in. Okay, so this is the blue one. Here's the back. And then this is the colorful one right here. This is the back. Which one should I choose? I need your help. So I've ultimately decided on this one. This is my updo, and I'm gonna put on some shorts and a shirt so I don't give them a show on the way up. Okay, let's go.
Piso 9.
Before getting into the pool, I was pretty nervous. There were like 5 other people out there with me, 1 lifeguard watching the scene, but as soon as I got in, I felt much better.
Bruh.
Y'all saw that man looking at my ass? I saw you looking, sir. After swimming, I went back up to my room, rested for a bit, showered, then got dressed. Harry Sasson is a fancy restaurant that I really wanted to try before coming to Bogota. It just looks so classy and freaking awesome. And here in Bogota, I'm practically rich, so I plan to order hella food.
Gracias.
¿El un español es allá? Sí. Porque era una inglés.
Español. Gracias.
Did y'all see the confidence in my eyes when I said Espanol? Woo! I just ordered. Oh my god. The bread they gave me was so delicious. There were many different kinds. My favorite one was this buttery round roll that had like coconut in it or something. I couldn't tell you exactly what it was, but when I put butter on that, I had to make sure to stop myself so I can have room for everything else. I ordered this shrimp dish with cocktail sauce, and they gave me dried plantains as well on the side. The shrimp was so sour, it tasted like it was soaked in lime. I know that this is probably just how it's prepared, and I'm just not used to it, but the plantains were my freaking favorite besides what I actually ordered. Now I see why my dad eats them all the time. Burger was so bomb, and instead of the fries I got these potato balls that the waiter recommended. Turns out they're called papa criollas. They were very hot, but they were very good. They tasted like fries but in mini ball form. Super fancy. I honestly, after a minute, I was way too tired to eat and just wanted to lay down and faint, but I just had to keep on pushing. I couldn't possibly leave without having dessert. The chocolate tart was very rich, and I could taste that it was made with the deepest and darkest of chocolates. The pie was very warm and sweet. The vanilla ice cream on both desserts had hints of coconut, which I really liked. I remember telling my best friend about this pie, and she said it sounded disgusting, and she was right. It was not good, but I ate it.
Look at this bathroom. I didn't know they put ice in urinals. in the bathroom. I get to watch myself go in every angle. Wow, forever. Okay, I gotta pee.
I then heard this song that sounded like Spanish reggae, which was very surprising. Check it out.
Sounds like reggae Spanish.
Entonces no entiendo a veces eso. ¿I'm gonna work?
Oh, I'm gonna
¿Sí?
work. Sí.
I'm gonna...
Voy a trabajar.
Sí, pero I'm going o gonna.
Es lo mismo, pero I'm
Ellos
gonna
dicen-
es informar.
Ok, ya.
Sí.
¿Ves?
¿Y qué más sabe?
Beginning? ¿Qué es beginning?
Beginning. Sí,
Empezamos.
empezar. To start.
Entonces, to start. Y beginning también es empezar.
Beginning, lo mismo.
¿Sí?
Lo mismo.
Más.
Es muy bueno.
Sí.
¿Dónde aprendiste eso?
Pues alguna vez en mi estudio aprendí, pero no volví. Perdí como que desaprendí. O no, se me olvidó.
That Uber driver was such a cool guy. I could see myself being his friend. He eventually asked for my number, but I declined. I didn't want any strings attached from Bogota, especially since I don't plan to ever come back. Isn't this rainstorm so nice?
Rocking a boat today, y'all. I'm in a rush, and we're going on a fruit tour.
¿Le gusta viajar?
Sí,
¿A dónde?
Pues acá mismo dentro de Colombia.
¿O solamente en Colombia?
Sí, sí.
¿Cuáles ciudades?
Cartagena, Santa Marta, San Andrés.
¿Y Cali también?
También
¿Has estado?
Medellín. Sí, sí, cada vez que hay oportunidad.
¿Cuál ciudad es próximo para ti?
La próxima que queremos, Coveñas.
¿Coveñas?
Ajá, ¿sí has escuchado?
¿Dónde está?
Eso está por el lado de Cali.
Oh, es un parte de Cali.
Es parte de Cali.
¿Dónde estamos ahora?
Ahorita estamos en el centro de Bogotá.
Centro de Bogotá.
Centro de Bogotá.
This place right here is possibly the main reason why I still decided to come to Bogota. El Palo Quemao Market. A market full of fruit, meat, flowers, drinks, anything you could ever want and so much more. The tour guide gave us freshly cut coconut water to cleanse our palates before the tour, and it was surprisingly good. I usually hate coconut water. It tasted just like warm water with a hint of sweet and saltiness. Now, the first fruit of the tour was called
Granadilla.
The tour guide said it was custom to open the fruit with your head, but man, I really didn't want to hurt myself, so I just used my knee. It was so fun. The granadilla was very sweet and gelatinous with a lot of seeds. Next, the sweet cucumber. I know that I don't like cucumber, but I made it my mission to try everything, even if I knew I wouldn't like it.
Yep, that's cucumber with tahini.
The naranjilla, or little orange, tasted like a squishy tropical kiwi. The yellow dragon fruit was very refreshing and tasted just like water. The chimbalo was very sour and tasted just like a tomato, which I really don't like. I was really excited to try the prickly pear cactus fruit. It had tasted just like a flavorless pear, like a pear, but less. The tree tomato tasted just like a tomato with a strong aftertaste, but it became sweeter the closer you ate to the skin. The avocado tasted very fresh. It was so soft and creamy. It tasted even better when salt and pepper was added. Man, eating this today made me so happy.
It just very much looks.
The banana passion fruit had lots of seeds and was very bitter and tangy. It tasted just like a regular passion fruit, very tropical.
This one in here it's called achachairu. They also
This fruit had two big seeds in the middle and it had a very floral taste. It was sweet yet sour. The mangosteen tasted very perfume-like with two large seeds in the middle as well. The cucamelon tasted like a cucumber mixed with a watermelon. I don't like either of those fruits. I really didn't like it. This is what tamarind looks like from the tree. It was sweet and sticky but eventually became sour. I liked it surprisingly. Brazilian guava tasted floral, sweet and tangy. And at this point, my stomach was getting upset. The yellow passion fruit with condensed milk was very sweet and tasted kind of like cheesecake. The purple passion fruit tasted more veggie-like, but very similar to the previous passion fruit. The guava tasted like a tropical tomato with a hint of tart. The rambutan tasted like a gelatinous grape with a big seed in the middle. It wasn't that bad. The sugar mango was so good. It was extremely sweet and my favorite thing on this tour. The corozo was very sour and had thick skin. I thought it would have been sweet, but it really wasn't. At this point, I was going to shit myself, and he's over here cutting up more fruit. When will it end? The sobadilla was very mushy and had a taste of molasses and brown sugar. Look, that's where cashews come from. They grow from these plants on trees. This fruit really dries out your mouth. It tasted like an old pineapple. Sour guava had a lot of seeds and tasted very sour. The chontaduro tasted like a very dry and burnt chestnut. It was so flaky. We're finished for now. Oh god. Oh god. During the tour, the guy said it was normal to want to use the bathroom after eating all this fruit, so I jumped for joy. There was a lady out front handing out tiny boxes of tissue, and when I opened it, there was only one sliver of 1-ply toilet tissue. I had more in my purse, but I refused to blow this market up, so I held it. And eventually, the feeling went away. Thank God. In the States, I'm not able to eat a lot of fruits because I'm very allergic to them. They make my mouth itch and swell up. But here in Colombia, I didn't have that problem at all, which was amazing. We were able to try a few drinks and I chose the hot chocolate. It was very chocolatey and tasted like real chocolate, not that powdery stuff we have in the US. We then tried some cheesy bread with pink guava in it called pan de pono. It was really good. But I knew damn well I shouldn't be eating any dairy.
You just go ahead and take 1 tablespoon of this powder from
IKEA! Next up, we went to the flower section. They had every flower in the world. It looked and smelled beautiful over there. This one man was like, "Bienvenido, hermosa," and I was like, "Ooh." But don't flirt with me unless you're gonna give me a free flower, for real. During the tour, I was able to speak with the other people I was taking the tour with. There were about like 4 others. They were so sweet. One group was this Australian couple. They were so weird.
Look how big those green beans are.
But they're very nice. And the others was a mom and her daughter from Mexico. They were so cool. They even let me try some of their dark chocolate and nut hot cocoa, which wasn't bad. Next, we tried some arepas, which I've never had before. I was able to have some without much cheese, and it tasted just like cornbread.
How utter.
Here, I learned that cows have different textures within their stomach, but I'm pretty sure my mom already told me that before. This one man was holding a cow liver and had the nerve to say, "Hola, baby." Sir, put that down first. We then tried Andean blackberries and blueberries, which were native to the Andes Mountains. They tasted much sweeter than the regular ones. Lastly, we tried some smoothies, and the first was a borojo smoothie, which was very creamy and tart. It tasted very fruity. This is what borojo looks like, by the way. Oh god. The next smoothie was pretty dang good. It was very tropical. The soursop smoothie was so nasty. And that was the tour. I made sure to tip that tour guide so good, and then I went home. All that fiber did its due diligence as soon as I stepped through those doors. I then went right back out. I'm in search of a book for a good friend of mine.
I keep hearing my people, but I'm not seeing my people.
And after the 30-minute drive, I arrived to what seemed like the book block. The block of books. There were books from left to right, up and down. I went into so many bookshops and asked what books they had in the English language. I bet some of you are wondering, Nyla, why are you looking for an American book in a non-American country? Well, because I have an American friend who reads American books. And I know they got some up in here for me, so I'm gonna find it. I'm looking for a philosophical, educational, make you think type of book, but in English. And so far, no shop that I could find had such a thing. I'm in search of a very special bookstore, a freaking mansion full of books, a place called Merlin. I didn't think I would find it, until I did. This shop looks like a tiny shack from the outside, but once I took a step in, a whole world was hiding within the pages. See what I did there? They had so many books. It made me wonder how many topics in life could even be written about. But this shop made me realize there were endless topics. Nothing was unwritten. And they were all in this building right here for me to explore, contemplate, purchase. Luckily, when I went to visit, the place wasn't crowded, so I was able to film and just meander back and forth, just looking at everything that wanted to be seen. I went up so many stairs and eventually got lost. If I needed to turn back and leave the way I came, I wouldn't know where to go. That's how big this place was, and that kind of excited me. They had books of every topic you could ever imagine. They had history, economics, poetry, magazines, comics, Bibles, even American books translated into different languages. I saw something that looked like the Chinese giving tree. I saw American cookbooks but translated into Russian. I don't know. I was almost scared at how much variety this place had. Where on earth did they get all these books from? Why aren't all of the bookworms in the world not here right now? It didn't take me long to find the English section of this palace. It only took a couple of centuries and endless amount of stairs. Here is where I stayed for about 2 hours, reading and attempting to decide which book I should get for my friend. Eventually, I found the type of book I was looking for, and it took me about 30 long minutes to figure out how to get out of Merlin. After the bookstore, I took a nice stroll around town, at night, alone, as a female who was not from here. What? It was so nice.
Good morning, people. I just woke up. Today is the last day. I'm so happy. I'm ready to go home. Like, I know I've been romanticizing this trip and everything, but I want to go home. It's time. My original plan for the trip was 2 weeks. Like, last minute, I just shortened it down to 1 week. And I'm very happy that I did that. So far, it's been a ride. A lot of ups, a lot of downs. I've been keeping myself busy. You know, you saw what I was doing. Today, I have the whole day planned out. We're gonna go to the mall, another mall, a bigger mall. We're gonna get, I'm gonna get a 90-minute massage, shiatsu with aromatherapy and hot stones. I have a surprise. We're gonna do something fun. And then after that surprise, I'm going to shower and then pack and then get my ass out of here. Okay, so I decided to go to the massage first, then the mall, because I'm leaving kind of late. But let me show you my outfit. I should not tuck the shirt in. It'll look funny, won't it? You're probably going to say yes, but let me just see. It's not that bad, actually. It's not that bad, but I will do it how it was. Looking at it more, I look like I'm going on a voyage. I look like I should be talking like this. I also decided not to wear earrings. I think it kind of clashes with... I also decided not to wear earrings. I think it clashes with the outfit just a tad. We're going earringless today, which is usually not what I do. So this will be different. Okay, let's go.
Basically saying everything.
I finally found where a school is. I'm not gonna show it because that's weird, but they have schools here. I just finished the massage. She massaged everything. She used hot stones, which was great. I need to get more massages often. This massage totaled to 354 million Colombian pesos, which sounds like a lot. In dollars, that would equal to about $82. So that was great. I'm happy I went. I'm gonna go to the mall now, and I promised my mom I'd get her some earrings, so I'm gonna look for some earrings. Ciao. I was so tempted.
While shopping here in Bogota, I noticed a lot of people are kind of aggressive when it comes to selling me stuff. They try to sell me things like their lives depend on it. Most likely because it probably does. While on my stroll, I noticed a lot of erotic shops. I would have went into one to see what was up, but I really wasn't in the mood. I'm good in that department. You guys see that handsome sword man? I gave him the last of my cash, which was 10 million pesos, which equals to about $2.30. And he was so happy. He then gave me a big gapped grin and said, "Gracias, señorita." Ooh, ah. I'm glad that I could do that for him. Being out there all day must be hard, so de nada, señor. I then sat down on the curb, and this man rushed up to me.
Sí. Oh, qué bueno.
Santa Marta. Por eso digo, cuando venga, yo te invito a Santa Marta, Parque Tayrona, Villa Concha, Rodadero. Son 56 playas buenas.
During our conversation, I gathered that he was a pilot. He was telling me about places he's been to. He continuously asked for my number, but I kept saying no.
Whoa, look at that.
And I really couldn't understand everything that he was saying. But after the 5th no, he frowned and went on his way. But let me know what he was saying in that clip in the comments if y'all can. And then I eventually made my way home.
¿Le gusta su presidente? ¿No?
Muy caro todo.
Oh, los precios son muy caros.
Servicios, la comida, los impuestos, la gasolina, todo caro.
¿Quién es el nombre de su presidente?
Petro.
Hey y'all, I finally made it home. It was so difficult to get home because 1, there was a lot of traffic, and 2, it was hard to get an Uber. I was just stuck, like just walking around, just trying to see if will an Uber come pick me up here? Will an Uber come pick me up here? And then it would be like a 20-minute wait, 35-minute wait. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get home. So I eventually found a place where I had good service, found a driver, tipped him hella. Anyways, I made it home. Are you ready for the surprise? We're going to be trying candy. We're gonna be taste testing candy. Bought these days ago. Haven't tried most of them yet, and I'm excited to try them with you. So first off, we have fruticas. When I originally saw these in the store, I thought of high chews. These look just like high chews. As you can see, the bag is open. I had a couple. Let me just try them on camera and talk to you while I eat it. And then we're gonna be trying naranja, which means orange. Perfect. When I block my face, you can see it. I haven't tried the orange one yet. These are extremely chewy. I feel like I've tasted this before. Let me have another one, and maybe I'll get back to you. We're gonna try fresa, which means strawberry. All right, here we go. I'm so serious. I feel like I've had these before, but American. If I had to rate these candies, if it had more flavor, it'd get a higher rating. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. I wouldn't buy these again. They're not bad. I'd share. Okay, I'm kind of excited for these frunas. See, this is unopened. Okay, fresa. We got strawberry again. That font looks like Starburst font, doesn't it? I don't really smell that much. Waiting for the noise to go away. As I was saying. Ooh, that's not strawberry. Those taste like caramel. I'm definitely gonna see if my friend will take those. Maybe. Let me try another flavor. So I don't know what flavor this is. I only just see pictures of an orange, a strawberry, and a banana. This one I don't mind. I would never buy these. I give these a 4 out of 10. This flavor, the flavors aren't screaming, they're dimmed. Okay, this next one isn't candy, but I wanted to try it. This grain bar, I don't know, are these grains? Looks like Rice Krispie. Nueces y arándanos. So nueces is walnuts, arándanos is blueberries. I feel like I would like this more if it had more berries in it. It's really nutty. I would give this a 7 out of 10. I like this. I'm about to finish it, in fact. I'm hungry. We have 3.5 left. Trululu. So these are really sour, it says. Ooh.
2-in-1.
So I got a ring right here. That was kind of like a cotton candy taste. This tastes like blue raspberry. I'll give it a 7.5. I would buy these, yep. Gomitas de Trululu. These are sandías, which means watermelon. Here we go. Bursting with flavor. Let me just have one more just to be sure. Those were pretty alright. 6 out of 10. I got this honey stick at the airport. I don't think I've ever had a honey stick. That's fucking nasty. I taste the honey, but it tastes like just plastic. I'm not finishing this. This right here is gonna get a 2. A strong 2 out of 10. I have one more thing to try. This candy was originally I bought for my friend, but there's plenty in here, so she won't mind, okay? Choco break. And it has caramelo in it. Yep, like that. That chocolate smells good. Yeah, you see that? I know you see that. I think these are pretty good. I'm really surprised actually. I had my doubts. I'm gonna rate these a 7. A 10 is like I'm on my knees, like that shit was delicious. A 1 is I almost threw up. And that was almost that honey stick. These are good. That was our little candy time segment. That was all the candy that I bought. I probably should have bought more. So this is the average of everything. So yeah, I had a good time. Delicious. All right, I'm all packed. So I got my airport fit on. Let's go to the airport.
To sum it up, I had a really great time on this trip. I made the most of it, and I can't wait to go on my next solo excursion outside of the country. I'm thinking somewhere in Mexico. And also, look at this cool picture I took. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, bye.